Hello and good evening. This is Hamish Gabriel Manet, and this is Real Talk with Bron Rhanes. Tonight's episode will feature or begin with talks about the false holidays and why people celebrate them still. Episode 1 went to speak on the regards of the false church and the traditions and the holidays and things of that nature that we celebrate due to what happened to us in regards to Deuteronomy 28:48 and Deuteronomy 28:68, when God decided to remove his name from us, divorce us, and throw us through the four corners of the earth and stripped us of our heritage and things of that nature. So we was given unto our oppressors anew, like we didn't know anything, a fresh start, a clean slate, if you will, for the oppressor. And what the oppressor decided to do was, subjugate and force their beliefs, their rituals, and how they do things, their customs upon us. And that's what has taken place to the point that now we do it without even blinking an eye, like secondhand nature or muscle memory, doing it without even thinking or realizing. Because the cliche saying all the time is, well, my parents and people around me done it for this long, so that's why I do it, and I don't know why I do it, I just do it. Well, I wanted to start off with a snippet from what to the slave is the 4th of July, in regards to Frederick Douglass, who spoke these words on June 5th of 1852. And one of the passages that I wanted to read in regards to that was, it starts off by saying, "Fellow citizens, pardon me, allow me to ask, why am I called upon to speak here today? What have I or those I represent to do with your national independence? Are the great principles of political freedom and of national justice embodied in that Declaration of Independence extended to us? And am I therefore called upon to bring our humble offering to the national altar and to confess the benefit and express devout gratitude for the blessings resulting from your independence to us?" So if Frederick Douglass felt this way about the 4th, I can only imagine his disdain for Memorial Day, because it's honoring the falling of this corporation and the powers that be, and not necessarily under the auspices or the introduction that was given to all of us when we're learning about this country's great history, if you will, and being an actual U.S. citizen, or lack thereof. But I read those words because the simple fact of the matter is, this was said 76 years after the ratification of the Declaration of Independence. 76 years, and our people at that time were still not free. Our people at that time were still enslaved. And he stated these words in front of a group of white men, or a crowd of white people. And at that time, saying stuff like this, of that nature and of that fortitude, would have got him killed. Just like the actions of Crispus Attucks got him killed because of the things that he said and did, along with several other different men of color that has tried to stand up for the rights of not only the people, but the rights of this country as well. But I said that to say this, that in the midst of even this holiday has nothing to do with y'all, but it's one of the traditions that are put out here for us to be subjugated to do, or whatever the case may be. Because for one, it's the oppressor's holiday. This is something that they came up with, and you're honoring something that, again, ultimately has nothing to do with y'all. The fact that they go out here and participate in the wars that they participate, when those wars are orchestrated on both sides, both parties is in on it. The guilty parties, or the pawns that are being used, are the people that are actually going out here to fight the war and don't even know what they're fighting for. I've heard this story, or heard this mentioned from different soldiers of different walks of life who have different views and have different ways on how they see the military now, from when they once went into how they see it truthfully, and now that they know that it was not beneficial and that it was lies and deceit in the midst of them trying to be all that they can be, or whatever the case may be, they'll learn from their errors and their ways, which is what I'm urging my people to do the same in regards to this passage. So there's two more things, two more inserts that I would like to read from this, and once I do read them, I will go into the scriptures that coincide with what I am stating in regards to this particular passage from Frederick Douglass, What the Slave Does